things racing and Jesus with your hosts, Daniel Hillian and Mitch Reynolds.
What's up, what's up, what's up? It is episode 65 of Remain in the Race podcast. Bringing it to you live. Not live, it's a podcast, it's not live. Don't say anything yet. Let me bring you in. We got to do this correctly. Across the table from me, as always, Mitchell the Rocket Reynolds. How we doing tonight, Mitch?
Rocking and rolling over here, Super D, ready to talk about some NE-EDT up there in Iowa and talk about some NE-EDT racing as well, man. So looking forward to some dirt racing that has been taking place and what's about to take place this weekend, man, as everything gets kicked off. So.
Yeah, man, I'm excited too. At the end of the table, our frequent host, Landon Williams. What's up, Lando?
Not much, man.
Fresh off of the Iowa round 2 of the Midwest Series. So you are our on-the-grounds media guy correspondent. But before we jump into that, as always, did you see some Dragon race fuel out there?
I did. I think the Ryder Geist had some.
Nice. Yeah.
Seen a whole side by side full of it, actually.
Yeah, saw dragons all over the place.
Yeah.
But Dragon Race Fuels, man, want to give a big shout out to them and Close Encounter Whitetail Outfitters, Mr. Eric Ashcraft. I actually texted him today and I said, I will see you Friday and Saturday. And he said, come on, big boy, let's do it. And so
You going to get back in the bucket truck?
No, actually, they've got I think the last time we were there, they've done a lot of work to the track, and so I think they have like a deck or something built for Eric.
Sweet.
I remember them talking about it when we were in Dresden, because the track owners were in the press box with us helping out, and we got to visit with them a little bit. So
Eric deserves that.
He does. He's a great guy, and we love giving him kudos. And he really just does a cool thing for the sport. Just standing there marinating all day, holding an iPhone. So
it's out of the kindness of his own heart.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So those of us who are back home doing other things, we can
watch.
Keep up with what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah. Eric's a great guy and does a great job, and he's connected with both of those programs that we just mentioned. As always, 88 Live to Ride, all Terrain Motorsports, man. Kevin Allen, my man, he helped me put together my newest cross-country build, and I got some kudos on it at this last race. One of the guys was like, hey, man, that thing runs really, really well. And I said, All Terrain Motorsports, he can hook you up. He's got all the parts and pieces, and he will make it happen for you. So big shout out to Kevin Allen. So we'll jump into this thing, and we've got several other sponsors we'll get to, but we don't want you to just skip over all the good stuff. So we'll mix them in from time to time. But right off the top, no. This is not right off the top. It's at the very end. I'm sorry. Round 2 recap, Fairfield, Iowa. Landon literally got the doors blown off. Please explain.
So we're driving to Iowa. We probably get 30 minutes-ish from the track, and we go to get off the interstate there, and I look in my right mirror, and the door to Daniel and Jeff's trailer is just flopping in the wind.
Oh, brother. Like the back ramp?
No. The side door.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, boy. So I pull over, and we just, what do you do? It's like, all your contents inside are just going to fall out if you don't do anything. So we just ratchet strap it back together. I'm sure we look like, just regular old Arkansas rednecks there. But hey, made it to the track, made it home, no problem. May take it to Tennessee this weekend. I'm not sure.
I haven't touched a single strap. They're all Landon backed that thing in Sunday night, and I said, that'll do.
Hey,
it worked fine.
If we take it to Tennessee, you can't mess it up any more than it already is. So the door's beyond fixable. So
blew the doors right off the thing.
That's what we called Daniel's dad, and he's like, "Hey man, you ever heard of that old saying? This guy blew my doors off." And he's like, "Oh no, what happened?" so yeah, it was kind of now it's a funny joke.
Yeah.
But in the moment, you're like, well, what do we do now?
Yeah. Well, but, couldn't have happened to a better family. They took it great, and which we're going to help them. We're going to get a door for them. But
the funniest thing was, I don't know how other people react, but Kevin Allen goes, that saying, get your door? Yeah. Y'all's door literally just blew off. And Dad and I just both died laughing.
Yeah.
Like, that's hilarious. I don't. Maybe some people get bent out of shape.
Yes,
the Hillians, we just cracking up. We're like, that is amazing. So,
This is great reactions. So what I'm thinking about right now, I have a rent house, and so Saturday morning I get a picture followed by a video of tree in the front yard laying on the tenant's car. I mean, like smashed the car. Car's done. And
your tree.
and I call her. I'm like, hey, are you okay? Like, is everything all right? And she's laughing. She's like, yeah, I mean, my car's not, but I'm fine. And it's the same reaction. I'm like, yeah, your car actually is demolished. It's smashed by the tree. And she's the same thing, just kind of laughing about it.
Just
Like,
another day.
If that help fell on the house, like that would probably kill someone. You know,
Yeah,
that'd be
no doubt.
good. So
Oh man. Well, I guess in those situations you see people's true colors, and when you get your doors blown off and can laugh about it,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's pretty fun.
there you go.
So, well, man, yeah, we had a little cross country race this weekend, and we had a good time, but I got beat and I got my doors blown off. So I'm just
You and me both.
Hey, let's circle back around to Fairfield. Who didn't get their doors blown off? Like who was on it
Well,
at the Fairfield, Iowa Midwest round number 2?
we can see that CJ Robson won both the Pro and the Pro-Am.
So Mr. CJ just picks up where he's been the last couple years.
Yep.
In complete dominance.
Yep.
And there
Well-
was one of the races I was watching. I think it was one of the heat races. Like he did not get a good start, and he just methodically and just works his way through. Like nobody, like he doesn't panic. He just
Yep.
Do you think
takes
CJ is in his prime? Like, has he reached his peak? Are we there?
I mean,
For the rest of them, I hope.
this is 2 years in a row,
For
back
me-
to back. He's won both
Well,
championships.
you know, I
and
mean,
things
there is that peak and where everything just goes your way. Like every
yeah.
single thing. It doesn't matter where you're at. You know, I mean, obviously we see Joel Hetrick's in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But has CJ reached that, or is he still on the front side of it? I mean, my honest
How old
opinion.
is Joel? Is he 30?
Yes, 32-ish.
Well, I don't think CJ's 30 yet.
No, CJ
CJ's like-
is mid 20s.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like, usually your mid to late 20s, brain's fully developed as a male. I mean, that is serious when you study anatomy. So, I mean, this guy, he might just now be entering his prime.
Yeah.
I mean, that's trouble.
100%.
Well,
That's trouble for some people.
isn't it funny
That's
how,
great,
like,
yeah.
just in ATV racing in general, and let's just say CJ, wins 4 years straight, but it's just funny how in ATV racing that we've had the same winners, GNCC, motocross, TT, Brad Riley, he won for
Yep.
how many years?
Too many. No, I'm
And,
kidding.
yeah,
a lot.
I mean,
Yeah, a lot.
but it's kind of funny how that works, and in which Joel and Chad went back and forth for just a couple years, and then now he's reeled off
Yep.
4 or 5 straight, whatever it is, and now you're seeing it Bryson Neal and
I was about to say
and-
Bryson Neal in the XC world.
and
yeah.
now you're seeing CJ Robson. It's just funny how that works, but
Well, it's like, I think one thing they get the physicality, like they've been training, their machine starts gelling with them, and then it's that the mental game.
well, yeah,
just
I mean,
that
you can't.
confidence.
I was gonna say you can't take the confidence out of it. I mean,
No, I think they get that, and I think everyone else doesn't have that. Like you realize, oh, this guy's here. Like I can't.
You're sitting on the line and you're looking up and down and going, golly, there's CJ Robson.
You're like, I'm going for
Like he can't lose.
spot number 2,
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of deal.
I mean,
But the TT world has been closer than we've
Right,
seen the motocross
right.
and cross country. When one of those guys takes over and starts dominating, it's just they're untouchable.
Yeah.
It's just you're if you second, basically you've won. You just can't beat that guy. So TT's been a little bit closer, but man, I think CJ's going to rewrite the book. I mean,
Yeah.
Brad's name's definitely stamped on everything, but at this point,
And I mean,
until
no-
proven otherwise, I think he's going to rewrite the book.
I agree, but no doubt he's beatable. I mean, everyone is.
Yeah, and I
So-
think especially on a TT track. I think
Right.
a TT track more so than the cross country or
Yeah.
motocross world, you're more vulnerable to those little things impacting you and really closing the gap.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's definitely got the mental side figured out, I mean, the confidence, and I would venture to say that's probably 80-90% of it right there. He knows, I believe whenever CJ knows he's going to a track, he's going to win.
Yeah,
No doubt.
yeah, I 100% agree.
I've never been this racer. I've always had fun, but I wonder, like when you get to that level, is second place just like, oh, dude, I lost? Like, is winning what drives him, or is losing what drives him? Or is he just like, man, I'm just good? Like you can win. It's like, oh, cool, I won. Or is the drive to win, or is the drive not to lose? I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, absolutely. I think
I'll ask him Saturday.
no, you have a good point there, because you think of any team or anything on a win streak, and that's just kind of what you're trying to maintain. Like, I don't want to lose, type deal. So I actually had that conversation in the gym this morning with the lady. I was talking about the corporate games where all these different groups come together and they compete. It's a big Conway Regional sponsored event. But anyway, that she ended up getting second. She's a person high up within Conway Regional and had put together this stack team. Anyway, got beat by a point. Yeah. And I was talking to her about it, and I said, "It sounds like I'm pouring salt in an open wound here." She's like, "No, I'm not salty. I'm not upset at all." I mean, she's kind of speeding over talking. I'm like,
really?
Your voice doesn't say that. So, and that was a point she made. She said, I hate losing more than I like winning. Type deal, so the drive not to lose, basically.
Well, since I lose a lot, my drive is to win. So maybe I'll get there. I don't know, but hey, man, it was cool. I got a couple things here. I want to give a big shout out to the Lutz family. They put us together some EDT church signs.
Oh, cool!
And so they had it's like a yard sign, and they had made some stickers, and Kevin Allen handed those out. So big shout out to my man KA for leading the service Sunday, and so that was really, really awesome of him. But yeah, did you see the sign? Did you see it out there?
I did.
So that was super cool. So I want to give them a big shout out, Mr.
Awesome.
The Lutz family. That's a cool deal. Levi and Leah both raised. Mom and dad are there. Cool thing, man. I like seeing it. I'm here for it.
Leah is getting fast.
Nice.
Like, I didn't get to watch her main, but I did notice her heat race. Mm-hmm. Like, kept brother in sight, no doubt.
And I think she's moved up to she was on a 300EX last year, and she's 350 in it.
Yeah,
this
350.
year.
And
nice.
man, I was impressed.
They do have some
I was
sick builds.
Oh yeah. I was sitting on the sidelines. I was like, who is that? And no offense, but I was like, wow, she's rolling.
That's awesome.
No, that's a great compliment.
Yeah,
that's the greatest compliment when it's just like, wow.
Yeah,
because you just see that shows transformation.
Maybe the next woman to, look up and
look out.
Yeah,
Torch.
look out for.
I like it. They're a cool family too. I've moseyed over into their trailer and hung out, and they're good people. I like the Lutz family. So shout out to them. Another guy that's rolling. Laney Moore won Open A, won Pro Light, was leading one of the Pro-Am heat races for a good portion of it, and 6th in the Pro-Am class. Laney Moore is cooking.
Laney had a good weekend.
He had a good week. And, it's one of those things, like, you can have a good weekend and look like trash. Dude, he looked smooth, in control. Like, I really, as much as on the live feed, they're trying to catch everybody. This isn't a knock on them. I appreciate Julia or Eric or whoever's doing it, But when they had show him, I'm like, man, his setup looks good. Now, he's running a little bit different hybrid setup. Most of the guys are in TRX chassis. Him and Logan are in a 400EX style chassis. Still a great chassis, nothing wrong with that, but it's just a little bit different. And
I know in the past too, their dads basically built the entire frame and an entire chassis, so I'm sure that's probably kind of what they're on there.
But man, he looked good and was in control. So hey, if you listen, Laney, shout out, man. We see you, bro. We see you. Another one, man. Just a little shout out here to Duncan Hill, dude. Duncan Hill was racing before he was even thought about, because Ronnie Hill, his dad, and Billy were big buddies.
Yes.
Big buddies. And I remember not this last banquet, but the banquet before, after Billy passed away, Ronnie spoke at the funeral. And then several people weren't able to be there. And so they had asked Ronnie, hey, would you just read what you read at the funeral, man? And it was so cool to hear Ronnie's heart and just the connection that him and Billy had. And so Duncan's been around racing his whole, he does, this is what they do. And they do the t-shirts for the stuff. And anyway, super cool. So he's on a new build this year. He's riding a 250, and man, he won the 200, 400 youth class. So
sweet.
I want to give a big shout out to him. I know they've been working, and he's been getting better and getting better. So that's just, Good job.
Yeah,
Good job,
I was
Daniel.
standing right beside Carlina whenever he won, and she was just jumping up and down, and it was cool to see.
I bet, man. That's cool for them, man. That's a family that's been around for a long time and are involved, and so it's always cool. Just, hey, man, we see it. We see it. Keep it
we'll
up,
see
Duncan.
you.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Another guy that, oh man, I love this kid. He's like my most favorite Trevin ever. Of all the Trevins I know, Trevin White is my number one. He is my absolute favorite. But dude, speaking of the Lutz, him and Levi, they always find each other.
Yeah.
They went 1-2, and I think every class they raced. If they were together, they were 1-2.
It's like
Crushing it.
fantastic. Dude, speaking of the Whites, Trevin and Jace
Whites.
of
Sorry.
the White brothers. Not refer
Yeah, like the old school. Yeah.
yeah, the
Oh,
White
boy.
brothers. Yeah, but dude, Jace and Trevin, those dudes got it going on.
Yeah.
And you know what I like about, you know, another younger brother over here is younger brothers
That's right.
usually are coming.
That's right.
I don't know anything about that
Yeah.
because I'm an older brother.
Yeah.
But I got a thing for younger brothers here. And Trevin's coming, Jace.
No
He's
doubt.
on the way.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, you know, he's always been a littler guy. He's a lot like a Tanner Terry. Like he's just small stature guy.
Yeah.
But he's grown a little bit,
Yep.
and I bet here in the next couple of years, that when he kind of bulks up a little bit, you know, physically gets a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see, because even the way he rides right now, you wouldn't. He doesn't know he's only 40 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, the way he just pitches that bike into a corner and stuff, and just I mean, sends it. I love it, man. It is fun to watch.
Some absolute Michael Coburn stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all
There you
remember
go.
Michael Coburn back in the day, the 038 would just absolutely go sideways. It scared the life out of me. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
except
Trevin's
Michael-
the same way.
Michael would sit straight up.
Straight
Yeah,
up. I
straight
mean, how
up
did
and
he
down.
stay on that machine?
I don't know, but
I mean,
Bailey
straight
Thomas
up
does a great job
and
too.
Straight sideways, she does.
Yeah.
And straight sideways, like, you're going to die.
I don't know how they do it, but they do it, and or do it at a high level.
So it's like they're at one end of the spectrum, I'm at the other.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, I mean, they're like, this guy, how does he even stay on the machine? He's riding on one Nerf bar, he's all the way on the other Nerf bar, he's on the front tire, he's on the rear tire. Where's he at? You know?
Isn't that crazy that you can set these chassis up to do certain things, and one guy is stupid fat, like Michael Coburn, never moved.
Never.
And then a guy like you that's on one side, on the other side, you know, riding backwards on the handlebars, you know,
Yeah,
just, hey, let's
whatever.
try this out, you know, whatever. But man, there was a lot of good racing. One of the things that Dad and I were looking at the weather, it looked kind of chilly up there. I saw a lot of people in hoodies. And,
It was really chilly, and the wind was
The wind.
blowing like 20 mile an hour constant. It finally died down Saturday afternoon, but
Yeah.
oh my goodness, it was.
well, that's what during the day Dad was like. I was like, man, I hope they can keep some water on it. Dad goes, it's not going to matter. The
No.
wind's going to just dry it out so fast. So it looked, and in those situations, man, you're fighting a losing battle, but it looked dusty and slick.
Very, very dusty. I think everything I still have is still dusty.
Well, it's like that dark, really, really hard dirt. So, I mean,
Yeah.
the wind wouldn't help that out at all.
No.
Because that track could get super hard. Like,
Yeah.
when we raced there, though, it had come a torrential downpour,
Mm-hmm.
so it was kind of wet and mucky and everything like that. But it's that dirt that can clump up.
Yep.
Hard to keep moisture in that thing once it hardens out.
Yeah.
It did get hard. I took a little sample.
Oh,
I got a text. Yeah.
what in the world,
I,
man?
dude, 2025 is not been great to me so far. But hey, we're gonna right that ship this weekend.
Okay.
Yes,
I got a
we
feeling.
Are. I
Got a feeling.
That's a
Come on, man.
Black
That-
Eyed Peas song.
Oh, that tonight's gonna be a
Tonight's
good.
gonna be
Okay, I didn't know what the ooh was. That was the only thing that threw me.
Well, I was trying to
I was-
whisper it.
There we go. Okay.
And I was too close to the microphone, and I was gonna go through puberty there. So I was like,
well, don't hold back. You know,
I'm
next time
sorry.
you're gonna
Daniel,
shout out some Black
Daniel will
Eyed
be our
Peas
new
here.
outro song.
Yeah.
"Hey, don't tell me it was a good time."
Hey, so talking about this weekend, let's talk about it. Let's talk about some NE-EDT racing.
well, hang on a
oh,
second.
okay.
I,
I'm getting excited.
yeah, you missed a note here.
Oh.
Honorable mention, man. And this is a guy been as long as I've been back. I've seen him riding, and they've done some stuff to his machine. Colin Hahn. Hey, man. I got some text. I got some thing. Hey man, keep an eye on the Colin Hahn. So he's riding a Yamaha chassis with a KTM power plant, and we're KTM people around the table here. So yeah.
Oh, very
So,
nice.
Pro-Am class, CJ Robson, Jace White. The results say Cole Keister, which sounds cool.
So Cole is his actual real name.
Yeah,
I didn't know that until
Cole Garrett Keister.
not too long ago.
Cole Keister. What sounds cool? Like, listen to this. And the number 4, Garrett Keister. Or is it the number 4, Cole Keister? I like Cole better.
Start calling him Cole.
Cole on the StarkVarg.
The StarkVarg.
Yeah, let's
we
talk about the
totally
Stark-
circled around
Yeah.
that
See
conversation.
what I did there?
Yeah, we saw how you brought that in.
So I got some insider news months ago. Hey, man, something's coming. Don't say anything. And I said, my lips are sealed. And then I had someone approach me and go, hey, did you hear about? And I said, nope.
Don't know what you're talking about.
And this person looked at me like, I know you know. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I have been told on things that I know, don't say anything. I'm not saying nothing. And he's like, well, this person told me that they told you, so I know that you know. And I said, maybe not. I ain't talking about it.
It may be someone sitting in this room, so you know.
I cannot confirm it or not. But point is, dude, sick. Like
Yeah.
we saw Walsh post about the number 9
Of Cody Houghton.
Cody Houghton, yeah, super cool. But then got to see one at the track, see it go around the track, dude. Tell us about it, Landon.
Well, you couldn't
What
hear
did it? I'm about to say, what did it sound like?
Yeah, you couldn't hear it.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, it unbelievable machine though. Like,
yeah,
just especially the way it looks, and
Yeah.
and you can tell it's got a lot of torque coming out of the corners. Which I'm curious to see how it's going to work on a slick track. I know it'll work on a hooked up track, but you know, controlling your power, them things
Yeah.
have so much torque. I just kind of wonder if you're just going to blow the tires off everywhere you go. But I mean, it does have the modes up there. I've never rode one, so I'm
Nobody
curious
knows?
to see about it.
So-
yeah, I am too.
So when
But
you
it-
witnessed him ride it, was he out there by himself?
No, so he's with a bunch of people, so you really couldn't tell. You know, I mean, he was keeping up with everybody, but they moved Friday practice
To Saturday morning.
Braxton Rhodes had a bad wreck. We're praying for you, Braxton. So they moved it to Saturday morning, and they just jammed a bunch of people in practice, you know, to get it done. And so you really couldn't tell much, but
Well, and I'm sure, like, they were probably planning on, like, if I know Steve and Gareth, you know, they were kind of planning on, hey, we're going to work on this Friday night.
Yeah.
That way, Saturday, we can go back, like, hey, man, we're here to do a job. Let's do a
Right,
job,
right,
you know.
right.
And when that got bottled up, they're like, well, you know, we're
yeah, but I think he rode it 1 or 2 practices. And,
okay.
And then we went out for pro practice. I kind of made a joke to him. I was like, hey, man, some real machinery. That's what I like to see. You know, some gas powered, you know.
Need some
But
Fire breathing.
But no, me and Steve talked about it a lot, and I got to, you know, look the bike over real
Yeah.
good Friday night and everything. And it was, like I said, an awesome build.
Well, you know, that's one thing about old Michael Walsh is known for putting out trashy machines. you know,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
deal. But I tell you what, no, dude, Mike, dude, they built the snot out of that thing. It looks awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And just even the braces, and even when Mike was doing the steps of Cody's, like, hey, here's how we're doing this, here's how we're doing it, man. It just, man, they are quite the craftsmen.
Absolutely.
It looks good. Looks really, really
What's
good.
a rebuild cost on that?
It's out of my league, man.
Very nice.
Very
nice.
How much?
Bill.
Yeah. But hey, yeah, super, super cool. And you know what's probably keeping all these guys going? 110% nutrition. Make sure you use our code REMAIN at checkout to save. That's what's making CJ so good.
Absolutely. It's that 110% nutrition.
Got to be. It's
Hey,
the only thing. It's the only logical thing.
Yep. It's the only ingredient you need.
You want to be a pro champion? 110% nutrition. If you use our code REMAIN at checkout to save.
Absolutely right.
But pro class, CJ gets the win. Garrett there in second. And pro rookie, his first podium, a guy we've talked about. We love him. Big fans. Ryan Kisner, man. Looking
Way
great.
to go.
crushing it. I mean, you could see this coming for years when he rode the 350 there for so long. I mean, he's got a lot of fundamentals on the bike that just, it's like that's gonna translate as he continues to progress and they add more horsepower and move up. Like it's like this is a recipe for like really good things to happen.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
You know, and Nick does a great job tuning and putting stuff together. Like they've got a really, really good package there.
And
So I'm pumped for him.
the mental training that he had last year from the yelling and harassment that he faced.
I know, yeah.
So he's got to
Who
get a
would do
little
that?
love to our one co-host down here.
I know.
Because our co-host really helped him develop a lot mentally in a year.
So what I'm hearing is that Nick really needs to thank Landon for Ryan's improvement.
That's
last
absolutely
year.
right. That is exactly what I was saying.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
Nick, I'll be at Tennessee if you want to come say thanks.
No, dude. Ryan has put in a lot of work, and one of the things that's cool about these younger guys is like, did you ever train when you was younger? No, you just rode and drank soda and lived
Yeah.
it up. You know, Mitch probably trained.
I've never had soda today in my life.
Yeah. I don't eat candy. I don't eat sweets. 110% nutrition.
We don't get those chips and salsa.
Yeah.
Or those French fries.
I was telling someone about that the other day. If you don't remember, go back and listen to 2023 when we went to Black Ankle and we sit down at Chili's and the lady goes, she comes up to get our drinks and appetizer and it's like, oh, we just want water and can I get y'all any appetizers? And Mitch goes, no, we'll go ahead and order. I want the boring kale salad here. Ryan, do you want some boiled fish? Daniel, what did you want? And I'm like, well, I definitely didn't want chips and salsa. That's for sure. How about you give me some bland chicken and some broccoli? That'd be great. I'll just drown my sorrows with no flavor. Most miserable Chili's experience I've ever had in my life. And I'm with two health nuts. Ryan ate 900 cases of tuna fish the next day. Every hour, he'd sneak off and he'd come walking up with one of them God of the sea, whatever, tuna packets.
It's true. It's
And
so
dude,
true.
that night we got to the hotel and he melted the wallpaper off. And he's like, dude, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, you've got 800 pounds of tuna in you, dude. He's like, I don't know. And then we ended up being on different flights. And he's like, dude, they about had to evacuate that plane. I just put my head down and blamed it on, I was like, hey, it's someone else's problem. Anyways. Yeah.
I'm going to let this loose right here.
Yeah.
I'm going to let this loose and see what happens here in this container that we're
You seen that reel? And the one guy's like, please stop farting. Like, it's too much. Stop it.
And it's like it has nowhere to go. Them things are
where's it
airtight.
going to go? Yeah, it's airtight in here. Anyways, shout out Ryan Keister, man. Really
Absolutely.
excited for you and good things to come. But hey, man, as always, if you want to go fast and be able to control your machine, you got to have a good set of handlebars, right?
Absolutely.
Check out Phoenix Handlebars. Use our code RITR15 at checkout to save on that. And before we jump into rounds 1 and 2 of just passing through, you know what else you need? It's the beginning of the season. I wonder how many people are going to show up in their Sofa brand MX gear. Got the leggings built in and the sweet zip up back of the pants. I'm a fan. I love it. Use our code RTRP at checkout to save. Rounds 1 and 2 just passing through. Okay, this is the Neil Pritchard Memorial race. Super, super, super cool deal. They're also going to recognize Mr. Coltrane. But one of the things that's super cool that the Midwest series, not Midwest, the NE series put out, did y'all see what for Paula Quick, Virginia Resolution 608? Did y'all see this?
No.
Super cool. Like, the state government recognized Paula for her years of achievement in ATV racing. It is super cool.
All
You
right.
could-
That's cool.
Way
Yes,
to go,
you-
Virginia.
I know. Way to go, Paula.
Way to go,
Super-
Paula. Yes.
Yeah, super, super cool. But you can go to the NE-EDT Facebook page. Just scroll through there, and they made a post to a link, and I've got it pulled up right here. But it's House Resolution for Virginia 608. Super, super, super cool. Cool thing. So
Congratulations, Paula.
I know.
Doing big things.
I mean, yes, she's an awesome young lady, super cool, great talent, someone that, I mean, you even go back in the episode we did with Melissa Torchio, she was talking about, man, Paula was someone that I looked up to, and then even as a competitor, like if I did good, she was always pumped for me. So super, 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 super cool.
Fun to have Paula on here.
Yeah.
I don't know what episode that was. We need to get her back on here, but that was a good time. You know, it's really cool that they do each year this Neil Pritchard Memorial. We talk about how big of a rider base they have in North Carolina. It really all starts with Neil, him going around building these tracks. And I mean, they just did a ton, him and Cynthia both, for the sport of ATV racing to really not just make it survive, but to make it thrive with all the tracks and everything that they did for the sport. So really cool that we can honor Mr. Neil
and then Nicholas Coltrane too. It's kind of a joint thing there. The shirts look really cool. It's got Nick's picture on there and Neil in the background in his overalls, looking stylish as ever. But man, this is the way to kick off a season. So right off, hang on, let me pull my notes up here again. I'm getting ahead of myself because I got these things in order.
Since when do we do order?
Right. I don't know.
Anyway,
so from the very beginning, they're going to do practice Friday night. I've kind of got the schedule pulled up here of how this is all going to go. But they're going to do practice Friday night from like 5 to 7. So if you're coming in, get there. I mean, they've got so many people coming, and there's not, the parking's kind of tight that you had to buy a spot to park, you know, if you wanted something good, which is great. I love to see it. That's great. The sport's growing, good for just passing through. I'm here for it. But a new thing they're doing this year is practice decals. You got to get your bike teched. You got to get that decal to get in, because I don't know about you guys, but I've never practiced more than the allotted time, right? Nope, never, except I snuck out in every practice I could get into, right? And so maybe taking a little advantage of the system, but they're trying to cut down on it. They want to be fair to everybody. I'm a big fan of this. So they've got practice decals, so be ready for that. So to go along with that, practice Friday night, 5 to 7, and then they've got this Friday night shootout. And how cool is this? It's going to be for the C class, the plus 25, and the 70cc. And so super awesome. They've got like cash prizes for first, second, third place, $40 to get in on it. Like, dude, that is cool. And I don't know if any of our listeners have ever watched a C-Class race. Get your Coke and popcorn. It is unbelievable. It is.
You might need to do the upgrade. Get some candy as well.
Why not?
With
Why
money
not?
up, with $500 up to grab in the C-Class.
Oh, yeah.
This is about to be an absolute riot.
Someone will have a chainsaw strapped to their back.
Yes.
Or a rocket launcher or a paintball gun, something.
I'm like, or the things that come out, the spikes that come out from the wheels, you know?
Yeah, they're going to be running the fanny pack Camelback, but instead of water, it's going to be an oil slick. That way they're going, they can just dump it out and dump a bunch of oil.
Pull out a banana peel.
Yeah.
Y'all gave me ideas, man.
It is going to be...
We're going to have more than popcorn for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's going to be super, 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 super exciting. So get there early, man. This is the Wednesday before the race that we're talking about it. This will come out. Hopefully you're listening to this Thursday or Friday on your way to the track. But, man, super, super cool what they've got going on Friday night just to bring some excitement. Hey, can we get in on plus 20? I need a bike. Who's got a bike?
I'm already in, dude.
Oh, you're in. I need a bike. I'm plus 25. I could be plus 35.
I really don't want you in there.
That's a good point.
You are in on this plus 25. You're going to sign up for C-Class?
Well, I can't sign up for C-Class, but I'm plus 25.
It's clearly stated in the notes
we'll
that
take you.
You can't run down on this event and then run up on Saturday and Sunday. So
I think you have to do it all weekend.
Yes, that's right. That is absolutely right.
What?
Yeah.
All NE-EDT rules and regulations apply to this event.
Well, I'm still plus 25. That's all I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
But
I just want to get in on that plus 25 action.
Let's just go to the rules.
Y'all go to the rules. I'll keep talking.
What are we trying to say here? He can race the plus 25. He qualifies.
That's right. And I'll be there Friday night.
Well
I need
over
a bike.
25. And we know he's not going to hang on for 10 laps, though.
Hey,
I'm gonna have that problem too, man.
Hey, let me tell you. Let me be honest about that. So, a few races ago, I told you nearly killed my kid with the skin disease, and I'm like, what happened? Okay, dude, I'm telling you, man. First part of that race, I was like, dude, I am so good at racing ATVs. And then the last hour of an XC race, that particular XC race, I was like, if God wanted to come back, that'd be great. Because I am cooked. Let me tell you. So we raced this past Saturday. So this last month, man, I've been eating a lot better. I've been trying to drink tons of water. I've been trying to crank out. My goal is 100 miles a week on either between mountain bike, running,
Nice.
road bike,
That's
trying to get after it. Now,
very nice.
I've hit it a few times. I missed it a few times, but that's the goal. So I've
right.
been getting after it. When the white flag came out Saturday, I was ticked. I was like, "Are you kidding me? I need 7 more laps. I'm gonna catch these fools." It wouldn't have mattered. They were still too far ahead of me. But I felt good. And after the race, I didn't feel like I had got I wasn't in a car wreck.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey man, if you'll actually put in the work on the front end, kind of
this
pays off.
Kind of makes it a lot of fun, huh?
Makes it feel pretty good." So who knew? Who knew? Train, drink 110% nutrition. But yeah, if you're listening to this, I need a bike. Plus 25. I'm in there.
All right. Let's get him in.
How many entries are they going to have in that?
Enough.
That's kind of what I'm wondering too.
All right, we're going to have 17 LCQs because the gate will only hold 20 people. They're going to have LCQs for the LCQ.
It'll be one of those. Yeah, I've been in some of those where it's like 4 and 5 heats, and it's like top 2 guys go for it.
Yeah.
You know. So,
Yeah. Well, you remember the shootout used to be like that. They would
yes,
race
absolutely
20 or I think like 20, and it was 4 rows of 5 on a row.
Mm-hmm.
And man, if you were qualified 18, 19, 20, you're just like, well,
We'll get around the first corner when we get there.
yeah. When they're coming to the lap us, we might be starting by the end.
Yes, I guess this does have heat races. I assume.
Yeah.
It's gonna I figure it's
yeah.
gonna have to.
Yeah. I'm just saying, with being this big of an event, C class is always huge. Do you remember?
Yep.
I think this. Sorry, I'm not snapping at you. I'm thinking, but I should have pulled this up. I'm so sorry. But when we were at Astabula at Pine Lake, I think there was. I know for sure there was 3 heats of C class. There might even have been 4.
I think there was 4.
I think there was 4.
Fantastic.
I wasn't there.
Yes.
I watched it on the live.
So yeah, so you think about the season kickoff. Everyone's got new builds. They're excited. Just passing through such a fun track.
It
too.
is
Yeah.
a ton of fun.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll make them take the Joker lane. Probably not. I may have just thrown a monkey wrench in this whole deal, but that would be hilarious. The plus 25 and C-class guys having to take the Joker lane. They're like, what?
Well, there is a jump in the Joker lane, so it could get really interesting.
There's a gap. You got to clear a gap.
It's not real big, but
Oh.
I mean,
Well,
maybe big for you.
Yeah. I'm out. Never mind. Everybody
all
that's
I can
texting
say-
me.
All the monster truck jumps
EDT
you got.
Racing Channel is going to hit an all-time high on
Yeah.
Friday night.
Yeah.
It has
Dude,
to.
Yeah. Because Eric said, you racing? And I said, no, man, I'm full-time media guy now.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I got to be up there. Well, I'm not racing. I got to be there. So thanks for
But
all
if
the
somebody
offers.
shows up with a machine,
Yeah. Yeah,
he
but
will have his
if-
Silver
if-
Brand
Hey,
MX gear on
hey.
in about 2 seconds.
I'll be in a Silver Brand MX. Check me out. But man, that
he'll
is
be the
super
only
cool.
one.
Hey, one of the things that the NEAT series has put out, they're posting it on Facebook, and I'm just, if you're listening, is the pit vehicles, and I've seen like just some racers and some families really kind of pushing back on this, and man, I get it, but it's an insurance deal. It's not a just passing through thing. It's not a Pine Lake thing. It's the series has to carry. Your family used to own a track. You know this. You have to carry insurance. And so many people have been hurt here lately on pit bikes, not even racing, that it's just you got to do something.
Well, it's been a domino effect across the country.
Absolutely.
Of
Absolutely.
tracks getting shut down for that reason.
Yeah,
So
100%.
some sort of intervention has to be taking place. So, I mean, I'm one of them that was guilty as a kid, acting
Yes, you
ignorant
were.
on a pit bike.
Yes, you
Definitely,
were.
at every track. Definitely was. But
Not me.
not you.
Liar.
Never. A bunch of
Both of
liars
you
up
were.
in here.
Yeah.
I was fessing up. I was falling on that sword.
Yeah.
Um,
But the thing is, it's an insurance deal, and it's not like the series or the promoters or the track owners or anybody's like trying to be a jerk about this. They want to keep this thing going.
No, the only one that would be is the man at Budds Creek. He will. I saw him run over a CRF 50 with his dozer on purpose because of pit riding.
Yeah.
I mean, you're like, oh, this man
Oh, this
just
guy's for
destroyed
real.
$1,000 machine. Just, I don't care.
Yeah, he's probably like, here's the money, don't ride here.
Yeah.
But I'd read some comments and stuff, and just, hey man, please try to be responsible. No, I'm not. Don't please try. Be responsible, okay? Don't ruin this for all of us.
Let me back up on the plug on the Budds Creek thing. Like, okay, that really did happen, but it's not the same people that are running it now.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm never going to Budds Creek.
Yeah. Mitch did not say if you pit ride at Pine Lake, they're going to run over your machine with a dozer.
I did not say that. No, this was
happened
25 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, thank
long
you.
time ago. But, man, just don't jack it up for other people, man. We've got a really good things going here. It seems like the sport and XCMX and TT are all growing. Let's keep it going. Let's keep this thing alive. And so please just be responsible and follow the rules. Even like Saturday when Coop was out on his race. I mean, I'm clearly older than 16 or 18 or whatever it is. But even as I was like watching his race and kind of riding around the track, had my helmet on. Okay. So they're not trying to be jerks. They're not trying to ruin your weekend or anything, but please, man, follow those rules because we love talking about this. And all it takes is for one thing and the right people to get wind of it and the right situation, and we're all up a creek or can't afford to do it because to pay the insurance, the entry fees go through the roof. So just wanted to mention that. So what are we excited about? What are some predictions? Because there's a few guys out there that are going to be bringing the heat. For example, we got a rookie coming in. He just got a podium.
Absolutely.
Ryan Kisner.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
You know, he's going to be.
How about Joey Mickley?
Joey Mickley. I'm just thinking. I think Ryan will only be able to ride Pro-Am. Because remember, Jace, when he was 17, I think Ryan's 17. Whatever the age is, you know, theirs is set up a little bit different.
Absolutely.
Either way, he's going to be racing with the pro-level guy. So I'm excited to see it. Joey, we love Joey. Joey's our guy. He's our teammate.
Yep, that's right. I mean, he might have held us back a little bit, but he's still our teammate.
Yeah, I'm not bitter about it. It's all right. We literally carried that team. We put that team on.
We did.
But, you know, last year – Baby King Tyler, dude,
So is that where we want to start? Are we just going globally across the NE-EDT? What we're excited about,
all of it? Yeah,
what
man.
do we think
Rounds
is going to
1 and 2.
happen at the top level at the pro class? Is that where we're starting? Where do we want to go first, guys?
In the notes, I literally put, "What are we excited about?"
I'm excited about a lot of things.
Hit me with it. Start. What's number one? Go down your list.
I have no list, but I'm excited about a lot of things. I'm literally looking at the NE-EDT website. It's like
I thought you had a list. I was like,
okay.
Get it, man.
I want to start in the pro class. Let's start at the top. Yes, I'm excited for rookies and to see kind of how that shakes out. We saw Tyler King, after he kind of got on his new machine last year, really find his groove. We saw Jace White. You know, he was at some races, he wasn't at others, but kind of closes out the season with some wins. So I'm excited really about those two guys in particular.
Okay.
Tyler King and Jace White, both really young guys, got another year of maturity under their belt with some stellar programs. We know that's for sure. So I mean, I know we opened up the show talking about CJ's dominance, but I think you better look out for these guys. I think we are going to see each one of these guys on the top of the step multiple times this season. Both guys.
I don't know how we don't, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're just – it's so close. That's one of the things that's crazy about TT racing is, I mean, you could be if you think about your tires, you know, a pound or two off could be the difference in winning in fifth.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
that's absolutely right.
And all these guys are so good. And a lot of them are running very, very, very similar equipment. I mean, the majority of them are all TRX chassis, all CRF power plants. Now, some of them are tuned a little bit different or a little bit different exhaust, a little bit different fuel. You know, there's a few little tweaks in there and then maybe a little bit different suspension here or there. So there are some differences, but, man, they're pretty stinking close, man. I mean, it's going to come down to you better nail the start and you better ride your guts out.
All right, so I'm going to go to point 2. Okay, so I started in the pro class. The next thing I'm ready to see are these guys that have been cross-training over in the motocross
Yeah,
world.
yeah,
And we really
yeah.
saw them start doing a lot of riding over there and coming back to the TT world. So Dylan Jones, we know that he was riding phenomenally, but I want
Absolutely.
to see how his racecraft kind of changes
Yep.
from spending quite a bit of time on the motocross track.
Jesse McCullum's
Jesse
another guy.
McCullum's a guy
I've seen
that's been out
Carter
there.
Buff's been out riding. I don't know if he'll
Levi
be there.
Hurley.
Levi
Levi's
Hurley's been
been there?
out.
Yeah.
So just to kind of
That's
see
another
how
guy.
spending up.
Yeah.
Levi.
Yep.
Don't sleep on Levi. I
Don't
mean, he's
sleep
going
on the
to
3-1.
he's going to
Yep.
shake some
and,
things up.
And back to the pro class.
Yeah.
I hate to just keep harping on the pro class, but like there's 5, 6, 7 guys that could win any given night. And
Yeah.
that makes it awesome. And then maybe some guys that we're sleeping on. That have been training all winter. And
That's right. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to give those guys some love
Absolutely.
when they pop on the scene and catch our eyes. But you're exactly right. I mean, legitimately 6 or 8 guys that could win, and it could be more. But I'm definitely excited about it. But
I'm
that
here
is
for it,
definitely
man.
one thing that I want to see is that motocross translating the TT. It's what I spend a lot of time doing. So kind of see how that affects those guys. And how they do it. And then how about the Pro Light 250 class?
This
This is going to be a new thing that
it's going to be real interesting to watch.
yep.
I
New
am
class for the
super
year to really see what happens with that youth all-star. And I'm trying to think, what was the name of the other class? But these guys kind of transitioning out of that youth all-star
Super Mini.
class and Super Mini. Good grief, I can't believe as big as the Super Mini class was and how much we talked about it, how it just slipped my mind, the name of it.
I got you.
To watch these guys kind of transition into that
Absolutely.
Pro Light 250 class, that's going to be one to be at the edge of the fence watching.
So we brought
for
up
sure.
Trevin White. Is he going to be in that All-Star 250 or what is it called? Pro Light 250?
Pro Light 250.
I don't know.
I believe he was on a 250 at the MW, and I'm not sure. I didn't ask.
So I know he has it's a CRF
D-board.
that's been deboard,
Right.
and he used to have a 250, but I don't know. That's a great question. I don't have an answer to.
Yeah.
So there's 4 people signed up already. By the way, you can go online and get signed up beforehand instead
Yeah.
of waiting in a crazy registration line.
Pre-register, yeah.
Pre-register. Go to NE-EDT on Facebook, click their link, and get registered up. But we have 4 riders signed up right now, one being Mr. Ryder Kisner, Duncan Hill, Carson Everly, and Blake Conroy.
Golly, those are all great names too. Because
Should
I know,
probably do that.
I know Carson's got a new build that he's been putting some time in on. Mr. Conroy, like he's got a sweet build too. Oh man, I am so excited to be going, dude. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. That class is gonna be awesome. They even have an all-star Tennessee State shootout, so a little extra money going to the winners there. And then just above that, the Pro Light 450 shootout. Now here's the deal. There is, last season that was all Joey. I mean that was Joey. So who in the other spots they were kind of the other spots on the podium kind of went here and there, but like who's stepping up? Who's our next up and coming amateur? Does Dylan Jones? I mean, is he? I don't remember Dylan's age. I don't know if he's able to jump up in that or not. He may just be 15. I'm not for sure. I don't know.
To answer your question, Mr. Ryan Kisner is signed up for one Open A class at this moment. Yeah, buddy. And Pro Light.
Oh boy, back to Sparta we go.
Back to Sparta we go.
Me and him had an awesome battle at Sparta last year.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, it was good. It was good. That was a good race and a good time. I think that's why I'm so excited to go back.
Yeah,
because I remember that, and there was a couple other. You think about Carson Everly and Connor Cleveland had a good race too, man. And it's gonna be great. I love it. I'm here for it. It's gonna be good.
What about you, Super D? What do you have anything highlighted that you are really looking forward to at rounds 1 and 2 of the NE-EDT?
I know we've touched on it a lot, but one of our past guests, I saw dropped a little nuggie of something going on, and that's Mel Torchio has she dropped a little hint. She may be changing up her power plan a little bit. So,
Seen that.
I see a lot of QI hybrid, a lot of Dustin Martin up on that thing right there now. So, Mel's such a good advocate for the sport, and it's great that her and her family always come out and are great examples, great advocates, all the things. And so, I'm curious. I bet she'll be in that one of those pro-am classes, and I don't know what Mel's going to do, but it's going to be fun to see what she has. Dude, the youth classes are always great. I'm kind of excited for. You remember one of the biggest classes last year was the plus 45, and there was tons of dudes in that thing,
Wow.
but below 40 on the one side of the hill, if you will. There's everything's broken up like every 10 years. Well, then when you get 45, it's just like, hey, everybody come in. So there's 45 years old, there's 55 years old, there's Papa Bears out there that are 66 years old, so there's not a class I'm not excited to see, man.
And that's the honest truth.
Yeah,
That
100%.
is honestly the truth right out of Super D's mouth. He's excited for all of it.
I am.
Excited to see everybody. I'm pretty jealous that I'm not getting to go, but I'm glad that we'll have a couple guys in the room right here that are going to make the trip out to Tennessee. So.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, always you can go to the NE-EDT Facebook page. You can go to the events, and they've got an actual event for rounds 1 and 2. Okay, and you can go on there, and they've got where you can order your T-shirts. You can pre-register. They've got things about the different shootouts. They've got the classes. They've got the rule. Everything you need to know is on there. And if it's not on that page, it is on their homepage. So I'm literally doing it right now. Go to your search deal, search
He's
any
literally
extreme
signing
dirt
up for the plus 25 class. He just needs to know what number to sign up with at this point.
So what number was that again? Yeah, I need to know.
Hey,
Hit me with it.
before we get away, EDT Church. Let's make sure EDT Church will take place 8:30 on Saturday morning.
Yep.
There aren't grandstands there, so it'll be kind of the starting line up by the announcer tower area. So we'll meet and have a little time, a little devotional and time of prayer to get the weekend started right. So
Absolutely.
that'll take place 8:30 on Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. Yep, we'll announce it Friday night, and Eric and I will get the word out, and then we'll try to get on the horn first thing Saturday morning and let folks know what's happening. Yep, so riders meeting will be Saturday at 9, and so we'll just gather up right before that because then practice starts at 9:15. So just right there before riders meeting, we'll gather up. I'll have a little word for the herd, as I like to say.
Word for the herd.
So, anything else coming up? I do have a cause of concern. It's my fault. I'm sorry. But before we jump into that, man, it's going to be a good weekend. I'm excited.
It is.
It's going to be fun. Last thing. So, our cane brake cause of concern. I wonder how many cane brake power plants will be out there just ripping. Probably 1 or 2. I'm excited to see it.
There'll be a few.
So last episode, we were really pumping our camp, and this is I think this is more my fault. Because we had all good intentions and thought this would be a good time. The date worked really well for both of us. Fun fact, it didn't work for the rest of you, which is okay. We've learned a little bit. I got a call from one of my good buddies, Mr. Mark Johnson, today. He said, hey, tell me about it. I said, Mark, man, we're literally recording tonight. We're going to punt. So if you've signed up, a few of you have, I'll be reaching out. You hadn't paid in anything, so there's nothing to refund. But we're going to hold off on camp this year. And I think we're going to try to regroup. I don't want to give out a ton of details because we don't know. We thought we had it all figured out. Fun fact, Mitch and I have nothing figured out. Landon, you were no help.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah,
he wasn't going to get to come anyway.
He wasn't going to get to come in. No,
Yeah.
I told you couldn't come.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
instructed by
Brianna's
Super
birthday.
D that he could
Yeah, you
not
cannot come.
Yeah. Not a good weekend for me.
Yeah, so just a cause of concern, man. We're not going to be able to do it this year, and it's my fault. I will take the blame because I was like, hey, man, this is a great weekend. I really pushed for it, and then when I just, I guess a little arrogant on my part, I was like, man, dude, I can't wait for these dude, things that start rolling in. You know, we kind of started putting together a schedule, and it's like, what if nobody shows up? And it's like, why wouldn't they show up, man? The podcast guys are doing a camp. They're going to come.
That's right.
Well, you know, they didn't sign up. We had a few.
We got humbled pretty quick.
Yeah.
Hey,
But that's
it's
okay.
all right.
Hey,
We can take it.
we can take it. We're going to regroup. We're going to try to do something. Maybe in a. I think that the track was going to be great, but it is a little bit of a travel for the majority of our TT people.
That is true.
And so we may be looking more towards the Ohio, PA, North Carolina area.
Well, I mean,
Ish.
So here's what I say.
What do you say? What say ye?
And what say ye? Me say he. Why don't, I mean, if you were interested in the camp, if you thought it was a cool idea, why don't you shoot us a message or email us or whatever, contact me and Super D and kind of say, hey, this would be a cool idea. This location would be most fitting, or this time of year. I mean, we're open for it. We thought, you know, this is going to would be something really cool. I know as a kid growing up racing, this would have been something I would have wanted to be at.
Absolutely.
So we need your feedback, the people that are interested, the people that would want to be there, and say, hey, here's kind of what we would be looking for in this vicinity, this time of year, so that we know what we need to do. Maybe it's something we need to do fall. Maybe we need to do it preseason. We would like to, in the future, make it happen and meet everybody where they want it to happen. But as for now, it's a punt for now.
It is a punt for now. It's not. We're not closing the chapter. It is just a punt for now. So, So there's still stuff out there, but it will be closed. So if you sign up, thanks for signing up, but there's nothing there.
Your weekend just freed up.
Yeah, you're freaking. So hang out with your family on Father's Day, do your thing, live it up, and But any other things you want to share? I was like, man, I hope we can get. We always worry about getting to an hour. We're at 56 minutes right now.
Perfect. Sounds like a perfect place to wrap it up.
And I'm excited, very excited for Tennessee.
Yep.
Just ready to be there already.
I was over here earlier when Super D was talking about Colin Hahn. I don't know really what it was about Colin, but I just was imagining myself on the racetrack. All right. And I started getting really excited and I got a little adrenaline dump. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it is time for me to get back to a freaking racetrack.
Hey, man.
You know,
I got an extra seat.
I know. I'm already booked up. Already have plans this weekend. You know, softball tournaments and trips to the lake, all these things. You know, so
life happens.
It is what it is. It's what happens.
Am I riding with you?
I think.
I hope.
If you jump in.
I mean, I know I'm catching a plane home. I'm cheating coming home. I got to be back to the old job on Sunday, so I'm gonna jump in the bird on the ride home. But I need to ride there. Anyways, all right. Well, this has been episode 65. You know who? Good number 65? Taylor Underwood, who will should be at Just Passing Through. She's a Tennessee gal.
Absolutely.
Local gal.
Local gal.
Local.
Tennessee. Yep.
In Tennessee. Taylor and the Taylor Underwood episode 65. All right, I'll close this out, guys.
Sounds good.
Father God, we thank you for loving us, for blessing us, and God, just giving us the ability to continue this podcast. We thank you for the connections you've given us in the racing world. Pray for safety as everybody travels, God, and a great weekend of racing. And just getting to see a racing family. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. That's episode 65. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one.